Alright, so this is the second review for the test that is coming up. So first part is adding and subtracting rational expressions that we're going to talk about today. And so in order to do that, you have to have a common denominator, which is the least common multiple. So that's where that comes from. So we're going to take 18a cubed bc squared, and we're going to break down our 18. So 18 into the prime factors. So 2 times 3 times 3. If you want to make it A, B, C, C, that's fine if you want to factor it all out. And then do the same thing with my 24, B squared, C squared. So take 24 and break that down. Over there, you can get to hear the bell. Probably seems weird for you guys. And that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, and 2 B's and 2 C's. So my least common multiple, I need at least 3 2's to be something that 24 can divide into, and at least 2 3's that 18 can divide into, and 3 A's, this is an A, 2 B's, and 2 C's. 3. So if you multiply that all out, you should get 72a cubed b squared c squared. Alright, so the reason why we wanted to practice doing least common multiple is because that's what we got to do in order to add. So on this one, we're going to find our least common multiple of 8p squared r and 4p squared r. So 8p squared r breaks into 2, 2, 2 r, p squared r, and 4p squared r breaks into 2 2's p squared r. So I need at least 3 2's, 2 p's, and 1 r. So this one has 3 2's, 2 p's, and 1 r, so it doesn't need anything. But this one only has 2 2's, so it's going to need another 2. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 2, so that I'm really only multiplying by 1. So I left that 3, 8p squared r, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 4 is 8p squared r, and they should be the same. Now that they're the same, I can go ahead and add my top, so 3 plus 10 over 8p squared r, 3 plus 10 is 13 over 8p squared r. So then that moves us into proficient, which is not monomials now, but is a polynomial, meaning has more than one term. And when we see this, we should think factoring. So I need to factor x squared plus 2x plus 1 to see what its factors are. You should get x plus 1, x plus 1. Because we're multiplying, what multiplies to be 1 adds to be 2, 1 and 1. And then x plus 1 is just its own factor. So x plus 1 has a factor of x plus 1. So my least common multiple is 2x plus 1's. And this one only has one x plus 1, so it needs another x plus 1. And again, we have to do top and bottom. So then that gives me 1 over, I'm going to go ahead and write this in the factored form, x plus 1 plus x times x plus 1 over x plus 1, x plus 1. So I can multiply this out, and I would get this 1 plus x times x, x squared, plus 1x over x plus 1, x plus 1. You could leave it like that. Definitely will take that answer, but preferred would be this in standard, or standard form, and this in standard form also. So I have x squared plus x plus 1 over x plus 1, x plus 1. The advanced one is continuing addition, just written out in a different type of problem. So the expression is 5x over 2, 20 over x plus 4, and reset, 10 over x minus 4. Represent the lengths of the side of a triangle. Write a simplified expression for the perimeter. So perimeter would be adding 5x over 2 plus 20 over x plus 4 plus 10 over x minus 4. So all these denominators are all prime. So my least common multiple are going to be 2 x plus 4 x minus 4. So this has a 2, so to get it to look like that, I need an x plus 4, x minus 4. This one needs a 2 and an x minus 4, and this one needs a 2 and an x plus 4. So if I multiply x plus 4 and x minus 4, I'm going to get x squared minus 16 times 5. You can work that out. 20 times 2 is 4. So 20 plus 2, or it's 20 times 2 is 40. So 40 times x is 40x. 40 times negative 4 is negative 160. And then 10 times 2 is 20. So 20 times x is a 20x. 20 times 4 is 80. All right. So multiply out your 5. So I have 5x squared minus 80 plus 40x minus 160 plus 80 all over 2 times x squared minus 16, or x minus 4x plus 4. This is 5x, so this should be x. And this should be x cubed. It's like, what did I do wrong there? Sorry, I forgot my 5x. I need you all here to check my math here. But these, if I put these terms together, I'll get 5x cubed minus 40x minus 80 over 2 times x is 2x squared minus 32. That's totally multiplied out, and if you kind of left this bottom as 2 times x minus 4, x plus 4, that would be fine, but the top should be simplified together. All right, so that was not difficult, just kind of takes a little bit of steps. So this beginning one, since I don't have a fractions addition, adding fractions, I can just cross multiply. 9 times 2 is 18. Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18x, and then divide by negative 18. X equals negative 1. Here my common denominator is going to be 3n. So I'm going to multiply everything by 3n right here, so I have a little bit more room. for solving, we multiply everything by what our common denominator is. So that should give me 3n times 2 is 6n. This n should cancel, and this is why we do it, is to get rid of our denominator. So 3 times 4 is 12. And this 3 should cancel plus n. Subtract my n over, and I get 5n equals 12, and then divide by 5. N equals 12/5, or you can divide that out. Alright, keep moving so we don't run out of time here. So here, if I factor my bottom here, I see that f squared minus 4 factors into f minus 2, f plus 2, and again I'm not going to go over how to factor that because you should have that by now. So I see that I need an f minus 2, f plus 2 for everything. So I'm going to multiply everything by f minus 2, f plus 2, right, so this will cancel both those out, and I just have 2f. That's not over anything. This cancels this out, and 1 times f plus 2 is f plus 2. And this will cancel this out, and 2 times f minus 2 is 2f minus 4. Put my f's together, so I get 3f plus 2 equals 2f minus 4. Subtract 2f. F plus 2 equals negative 4, subtract 2. F equals negative 6. And last one, if I factor this y squared minus 3y minus 10, you'll see it gets y plus 2, y minus 5. So my common factor is y plus 2, y minus 5. So I'm going to multiply everything by y plus 2, y minus 5. So these will cancel. Y times that gives me y squared minus 5y. This will cancel. Plus 7. This will cancel, equals 14. Let's see if I can get a little bit more here. So if I bring this 14 over, I'll get didn't multiply that or do all that. 7 times y, 7y plus 14 equals 14. These 14s will cancel when I subtract it over, so I have y squared plus 2y equals 0, and then factor that out. Y plus 2 equals 0. My two answers are 0, negative 2, and if I plug negative 2 in, I see that this one won't work, so my answer is just 0. Alright, kind of went through those last ones fast. Hopefully you can get that or pause it and rewind, but if you have questions, make sure you ask. Thank you.